Hello there everyone, Hedgehog here and welcome to Prison Architect. Today we're going to be playing the new DLC, the Psych edition. Of course we're going to start a new prison, we're going to make it a large one. And I'm going to take out the Fog of War. Now let's see, I'm going to be playing it vanilla for a change. But we're going to be using some mutators. Let's add wild growth because it might be useful when we start to run out of money. Contraband scanners, definitely, they will detect all sorts of contraband, but they are 5 times more, they consume 5 times more power. Now, the rest of it, mutators, the extra challenge. These mutators will make your life more difficult. Danger zone, good rain, acid rain, volatile prisoners. Okay, that's to make it more difficult. These ones are to lighten the load. No tunnels, fast delivery, spectral stuff. No, don't really want to use any of those. So let's just stick with the contraband scanners and the wild growth in case we need it. Then here we want to have forest, yes, failure conditions. Let's add the gangs to make it interesting. And then of course the criminally insane inmates is definitely a must because that's what the DLC is all about. Good, then we have choose our warden. We have J.W. Periwinkle. Guard dogs have a 50% chance of fully uncovering any tunnels that they detect. But we also have Hawk Hartman. As a former bailsman, Hartman passes down valuable training techniques to his security staff. All guards drop staff keys less often, and guard stamina replenishes on intake. Dr. Slugworth. Psychiatrist treatments are 20% more positive. The chances of receiving psychopathic, criminally insane inmates is higher. And emergency service costs for repairs are reduced by 10%. So Dr. Hudson, definitely not. But I think we want to play with Dr. Slugworth, just because we're going to get a lot of psychopathic, criminally insane inmates. And, well, that's what it is about. So let's have some fun there. Now, the guard dogs, this is the classic one. We have the companion, which is the guard's best friend. The husky, a deadly trap for an escapee moving through the snow. Dalmatian, originally lived on a farm but now works in escape prevention. Cat, not everyone's a dog person. And this is one I definitely like, the dire wolf, because who would even try to escape? And let's add it on the snowbound plot. And dire wolf or husky. Let's stick with that dire wolf for now. Okay, there we go. Let's first pause and let's see. Well, we've got quite a big piece of land, obviously, where we're going to be able to be building. Let's start off with a quick build and let's get an office out there, which is basically just so the warden has something to sit in and eventually do his job. Going to put it inside or outside. Let's put it inside, where we're going to be putting our perimeter wall. Okay, so let's slowly start. So my contractors, there they come, 8 of them in the truck. Do I have to say it makes a difference? Because usually I play with one of the mods, the more combi pack, and there's only 6 in a truck, and here there's 8 now. So it does have some advantages to play vanilla. Now, since we already know, well, I can't accept any grants yet. Probably because I don't have a warden yet. I don't really remember. Let's get the warden in there. Yeah, there we go. And now we want to start with the basic detention and the administration. Now, that's giving us quite a lot of cash to start off with. Build the 2 offices, that's already on the way. Unlike finance, we can already tell him that we want to research it, but it will take a little bit of time since they first need to do the first office. That's where the materials are coming in, so we have a good start there. Now here we see what we need to build for the basic detention center on the left side, and we need to start by building a holding cell. There's quite a bit of stuff which we have in the quick builds. Usually I don't use them that much, but since we are going to be working on a budget for a change, I will try to stick within the budget and use as much of the quick builds, and once we start generating money, we'll have a look that we're going to expand and start building bigger, nicer, and all that. So the next thing we need is we need a canteen, and for now I'm going to put the canteen with the entrance facing this way, and I will put a kitchen, and let's put that right there so it has the door directly in there. Then we are done with the holding cell, kitchen, canteen. We need a yard and a shower. Yard wouldn't be in a quick build because that's basically an open piece of land. The shower we do have though, and that is nice. Let's keep it small and compact, at least for now. And let's okay, building foundations in the door, so we're making good progress there. Now we need utilities. Do we have a utility room? Yes. Let's make that part of the staff only corridor when that is ready. Starts to look nice so from a little bit more depth. And then of course we need some power. Let's start dropping the power lines already. There. And let's pull it up. We definitely need power in here. And also there. And do we want some more capacitors? Yeah, well, we'll do that in a bit. Let's have a look that we get some piping out there. Now, hopefully that connects it all. What do we have left? We have 20 hours left, so we're not doing too bad. I mean, I know that we really didn't take anything off yet, but that's more because most of it is still building in progress. So we still have $32,000 in our account. Let's see that we get some fancy fencing up. There we go. So now we have power. Yeah, there's no canteens accessible. No, because we didn't close it yet. So let's pull our perimeter wall. And let's start it. I mean, I know we're not going to complete it with perimeter wall yet. But at least we can give them the idea. Road gate, remote doors, solitary doors. I'm quickly orienting because I'm used to play with the Morgs Combi Pack. I have a lot more doors and walls, and we'll make another series with that mod in there. Now let's see utilities. Why is it not? Because it has no water. Okay, so now he gets water as well. So the shower is pretty much looking good. Perimeter wall will come around there. Now I'm selecting 10. Because that's how far they can throw contraband. So by staying away 10 and 10 on the walls, they will not be able to throw in any contraband. Now let's do the same here. Oof. And we're nearly broke. Yeah, well, that was kind of expected. All I have to do actually for 5,000 is hire an accountant. Now let me see that I have enough money for that. Yes, okay. So the shower, all there left is the yard. Let's get the yard in there as well. Yard. Now let's make that the yard for now. Let's dismantle this part. And let's assign here a little bit of export, because that allows me to sell the trees which are so viciously growing everywhere, and that allows us to get some extra cash coming in. Now we need 2 guards, 2 cooks, yard and shower. Yard here is still complaining because it's not behind a wall yet. That wall is being built. I don't have enough cash to build it through there, so let's put a regular fence here for now, and we can always upgrade that to a perimeter wall later. There we go. Now let's speed up time, and then let's get our staff, the guards 2 and the 2 cooks, so they can actually start cooking. Okay, so that's the shower which is done. Now all they need is the yard, and for the yard they need the wall to be finished. Years ago we took down the wall, now we are putting up the wall. And no, I shall try to not make any Donald Trump comments or jokes about this. I mean, we're definitely here in the snow, so we're nowhere close to Colorado where we're putting up a wall. Okay, so we have 10 hours to go before the prisoners are arriving. The walls should be up by that time. I have a little bit of extra cash in there now, so let's see that we get some objects here. And definitely like a set of wall lights on there so we can see. Yeah, let's give them some benches to sit at. Well, the usual weight benches out there. And let's be nice, let's give them a phone booth or 2. That ought to do it for now. I mean, that's really more than enough entertainment for them. Let's then first see that we get some prisoners coming in and that we're going to start earning some money. This also allows us straight away to see that we get our padded holding cell up. Do we have a quick build for that? Yes, we also have a padded holding cell. And let's put the padded holding cell at the end of the corridor. Let's segregate them a little bit. Not too much, but put a concrete wall up there. And then let's start blocking this off as a staff area. Staff door, staff door. See, slowly it's getting shape. Now what we do need to do is we need to fence off the yard, because otherwise the entire exercise of giving it the 10 by 10 wall around it didn't really help. Okay, so there, and then we put a guards fence in there. Okay, and that is that part done, and we have our next grant which has been completed. Now if we go for the next one obviously is going to be a cell block A. It's 40,000, 20,000 in advance and 20,000 for completion, and for that we need to raise our prisoner capacity up to 15, and we have the inmate well-being where we need a medical ward and 2 doctors. Now we need a psychologist for which we need another office, so let's start with these 2, and of course we're going to do another quick build for office, and that can go right there. Oh, and let's drop a foundation. There. And we'll block that off again by a staff door, where we have it here, on either side. And then we want a guard door, so that has to be a jail door. Well, let's put it in normal staff door actually. In there, and that's going to be our medical ward. So let's get an extra guard on duty. And now let's rooms. Reception, does it need to be indoors? Yes, it needs to be indoors. Okay, so then the question is, how fast can we build? We shall make this indoors. Requires an entrance. Yeah, well, let's first start building it. Then I can take the wall away right there. Foundations, demolish walls. Can't yet. And we put another large jail door on this side, because we're going to need that there anyways. There, and now we can demolish the walls right there. Then we can turn this into the reception like we wanted. And then we need an office desk. Well, let's see. We want a table. An office desk with the office chair. There. And that is where the prisoners will be searched before they will go in here. Now what we're still going to do though is we have our beautiful metal detectors, well, the contraband scanners actually, and let's get them up on I want a set there, a set here, and a set there, just to make sure that they're not going to be able to cheat and smuggle anything, at least into the holding room. We will be doing the same once we get the cell blocks up. Now for that we need some more power lines. There can do. And then it is time to start building our first cell block, and that will probably up here. And while we're at it, there's some more research we need to do. Let's start with land expansion because we're going to need it. Maintenance, health. Actually, that's the one we needed first, because we need a psychologist and we need the doctors. But it will all come in time. Okay, so let's pull the pipeline a little bit further because we have this one here. And actually, let's make it a large pipe going through, because we get our cell blocks up here, so at least we have the water straight there as well. So far we're not looking too bad. Now for our cells, for our cell block, I'm going to custom build new cells, because the ones we have here in the quick build, they're all squared and improved, and that's all. Well, the solitaries I do like, because they don't need too much, but we'll have a look at those in a minute. But let's first start building our new cell blocks, and for that we're going to do some planning. So let's put that in as main cell block. Large jail door right in the middle would make sense, at least I think. And then that also means that we need to have a quick look, because it is 16, so that's going to be one here. Okay. And this is why we're planning, because we really need to see what does and does not go through. Let's see if my contraband scanners are doing their job. Does he have anything? You see? Cigarettes found by a contraband scanner. Not bad. Okay, let's go back to planning. Do you have to say it's fairly difficult on a snow plot, because you cannot see at all what you're actually planning. Yes, I was going to say I wanted to build custom build, but I can't see my planning, so what we're going to do is let's start with shared cells. Will be a good one actually to start with. To get our capacity up, and especially for the minimum securities, we can definitely do shared cells. So let's get a set of those up for our minimum securities, and that will already bump us up straight to the 15, so that's where the other 20,000 comes in, which is good. Now there's enough food for them. Are we already? Oh yes, that was the psychiatrist. That's actually for our other friends. Do we have that psychiatrist office? Yes. Okay, so we'll put down 1 and 2 of that, and then we will make our padded cells towards this end, and then we will have the MinSec the medium securities, we'll put them up there. Yeah, the plan is so far coming together. We still have a bit. We still have 2 minimum security and 9 normal securities coming in. So they might actually all be sharing this block, at least for now. Talking about sharing a block, let's be polite enough and give them some power. And while we're being polite and giving them stuff, let's give them water too. Now we have a shower there, which they will be using in the regime. I might be adding a shower in the shared cells as well, but that we can do after. So let's drop some more piping there. That ought to connect all of them. And there we go. That was the 20,000 which came in for our cell block A. How far are we looking? Well, maintenance is still an hour and a half. Then we have health, and then we have psychology. So we still have a couple of hours to go before we get that research coming in. Yeah, we have to dismantle, so let's get rid of some of the trees here. Which is going to be good. It's going to bring us a little bit of money in. And while we're at it, we can actually put a couple of our beautiful metal detectors. Metal. Smack down here at the entrance, that anybody who comes in needs to go through there. Let's hook them up straight away. There we go. And one of the next things we definitely need to start building is a staff room, because they're all starting to get very tired. So that's the psychiatrist's office, so he's going to be happy as well. Very good. Well, happy not entirely yet, because we still need some power, but that is also taken care of. So they're all researching. Now, do we have a staff room? Yes, we do. It's going to be really basic, of course. Actually, it's not too bad. So let's get that in there as well, so my staff can do some resting. And then we still forgot to add some power here for our criminally insanes in their holding cells, which is going to be a completely separate wing once we get to it. So there we have the foreman. He has his office. Which opens up prison labor. And after that, cleaning, and yeah. Let's start with prison labor. Let's get them to work so we can start earning some money here. But all in all, we're not looking too bad. I mean, it's just literally starting off, building small to make sure that we have an income, to see that we earn enough money so we can actually start building big and bigger. Basically start building it the way we like it. So now we have 2.5 hours to go on the in-game clock before our next inmates arrive. 2 hours. Okay, now we have well, the medical ward. Do I have that already? Medical. The ward, no. Infirmary. Yeah, it's called infirmary, but I can't build it yet. So we have the room ready. The staff room is also ready. Very good. They all say they're tired, but they're not taking a break. He is... Yeah, I think he is waiting for a solitary cell. And since he is waiting for solitary, I am more than happy to oblige to provide him with solitary. We're going to make him walk though. Quick builds, solitaries. And technically they should be happy. There. Oh. And we blew our money on solitary cells, but that's okay. Because soon, let's have a look at our grants. Up to 50, criminally insane wing. Build a wing, a cell block for the criminally insane with 10 padded cells, 10 criminally insane prisoners, and hire 2 psychiatrists, each require an office. Well, one we already have, and the other one not yet. Okay, so let's add a little bit of workload for our beloved workmen. Where are we going to send them? We'll send them down here to do some chopping. Because we're running low on money. And this is another way to get it. That's why we like wild growth. After they're done here, of course. Let's first... And we've got another 5,000 coming in from the new prisoners which are arriving. And now let's only fill to capacity. And I definitely do need a few more guards now. Because with the entire lot of new lots here. And there we have the first candidates for our new freshly built solitary cells. Well, they haven't finished building them yet, so... I also think that we need an additional cook. And let's see that we get an extra cooker in there. And 2 more fridges, because it does seem that they're not able to cook enough, but that might also just be because they started late. I don't know, I don't remember what the ratios on that are, but there we have the rest of the food coming in. It's good that we have a staff room, but I don't think we entered staff needs. There are the extra fridges. Okay, so far they seem to be doing well. Okay, we have 2 hours and a bit to go. Prison labor has already been approved, which is good, so let's have a quick look what we have. Well, we have the workshop, laundry, library, yeah, well, we don't have the money for that at the moment, and I'm not too sure I'm comfortable with giving them all tools. Okay, so building concrete, let's slap a floor in there. Okay, so at least that is in there, and then of course what we're going to put back here is our beautiful metal detectors, for which we no longer have enough money. Okay, so that's it. We're once again nearly bankrupt. Let's open the door for them, so they can all go into lockup. And they all have a lot to complain. They want drugs, they don't like the environment because it's dirty. And they're absolutely right, because we don't have any janitors yet. But that is something we will be doing in our next episode. So thank you very much for joining. Do remember, if you like the videos, if you want to see more of this content and of the game, and if you want to see this prison being built up to big and to max what it can be, leave a like. Any comments are more than appreciated, and of course don't forget to sub to the channel. Thank you very much for joining, and see you in the next episode of Prison Architect.